All right, now we can go back to town and talk to them about Zoe. And then maybe now that we saved Zoe, they'll be like, sure, now we'll leave. Wait, back up. Oh, before we do that, we need to check our weapon mod, see if there's something we want to upgrade our weapon with. While we're at the workbench here. Alright, let's see. Hunting rifle. What would I want to put on there? Extendo sight and weapon range. I will do that one. Saw-off has nothing. Assault rifle has nothing. That has nothing. Tinker. What does Tinker do? So, oh, it increases the damage. Ooh. So if I tinker with this for 50 bits, I can keep the weapon getting higher. Ah. Upgrade that too. Interesting, so you can tinker, but it's expensive. Okay, let's go to save again. Yeah, let's go out there. Got him. What is that on me? That is hurting me hardcore. Well, you never vaped in the middle of battle? It helps out so much. Just gotta hit the good shit. Primal Brain. Oh, no. Is he by himself? Looks like he is. Okay, he down. Kill these people. What? Oh no, the game just crashed. Oh my god, if that happens... If that happens while I'm playing and I have it manually saved, oh my god. Scary. That is scary. Lucky we didn't do much there, but crash the desktop is not good. Not good. I'll be going back to the ship. Literally, every time I reload a save after dying, I will be back to the ship. We're playing on Supernova, which makes it so that you can't save outside of... The only place you can save is the ship. And the only other... And their autosaves are severely cut down. The only time it autosaves is when you transition through a load screen. That's the only other time you get a save. Okay, I need to eat and drink. Okie dokie. Yeah, if you don't want to deal with that, you can just lower the difficulty down a notch, and it will let you save wherever you want. Just like in Fallout and stuff. But the only way to get the survival options, like to eat and drink, that you have to play in the mode that limits your saves. Why do you have a global emote and other partners don't? Because I'm better than them. I got one because I was an admin.
Okay, here we go. Nice one.
Oh, run away! There's more. There's more in that cave. It's a secret cave. It's full of them. Uh-oh. Fire! Oh, from behind! Oh my god. Uh-oh, run! Okay. We're fine. Just have to keep vaping harder and faster. Okay, we good. I think that was one of the named bandits that we just killed. He should have a finger on him. Yep, there's his finger. We have all the named bandits now dead. I have her on passive mode because if you let her just attack, she gets herself killed all the time. So she's just there for moral support and just to be moral support, really. I don't trust her doing. I don't trust her to fight, honestly.
Here we go. Got them all.
How do you know that we got them all? She just assumes we got them all. How does she really know that? Heavy ammo is good. I need that. Fun Times barrel. What? It's a Fun Times barrel. I want one of those. I like having fun. Weapon part, shunt, extendo sight, thug kit, bits. Perfect. More mods. I feel like I didn't loot a body out there somewhere. I remember he killed... I didn't loot this guy. I don't think we looted this one. This one over here. Thought there was some more somewhere. Okay. No, there's no in-game radio to play music and stuff. That's a very Fallout thing, I think. What's over here, I wonder? Okay, let's Walking Dead this. Okay, there he is.
Stand together.
Okay, go. Get out of there.
Sure.
Watch out. It's too many. Whew. Let's vape.
Sure.
All right, you can come back now. Oh, this is low-level content. We haven't got to the high-level stuff. This is the first tutorial planet.
Let's go. Down they go.
Uh-oh. God, those vapes. The first difficulty is not meant to be played on the hardest. Yeah, I know. But it's fine.
I'm ready for this.
Got him. I shot right over his fit. It's mostly just a warning shot. Like, back off, sir.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, we fine. Hopefully this will be like Fallout and other games where as you level, the game starts to ease up on the difficulty on the hardest a little bit. Once you get some more better armor and gear and stuff, you start killing things quicker. Some good loot. Hope it doesn't get too easy, but it would be nice to send her in without worrying about her dying every 5 seconds, because she has permadeath. What's interesting about this game is you can kill any NPC you want. I don't think there's any restrictions. You can murder whoever the hell you want. Heavy ammo. I have so much light ammo. Bypass shunt. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game a lot so far. I find it quite fun. It's right up my alley. I'm a big Fallout person, and this scratches that Fallout itch. Vending machine. Let me sell all of the junk to you. What do you have to buy? I could use a couple. I need some water is what I really need. I'm really low on water. Dehydrated water. Light ammo. Okay, I think we looted everything, unless there's something else I'm missing. I think we got all the buildings over here. Maybe see what's up here. Game has no substance? Of course it doesn't. Games are digital. There's nothing to hold on to. What about physical copies? Okay, let's be honest with each other. When's the last time you bought a game physically on PC? Think about it. When's the last time you bought a disc? Not console, but PC. I'm trying to think. What was the last game I bought on a physical disc? I want to say it was Old Republic. The collector's edition of Old Republic. I think that was the only thing I could think of that I bought a physical copy of. And it's so funny. How many of you guys have... And if you buy a physical disc nowadays for a video game, for a PC game, they don't put a disc in there. It's literally just a code inside a box. So you bought it digitally anyways. You just bought a physical box for your digital code. They don't print CDs for for computer games anymore. Let's go chat with this lady, tell her that we found Zoe.
What is it?
I talked Zoe into coming back.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
She joined up with a band of marauders. They hadn't hurt her.
Zoe joined up with a band of marauders. Zoe. The same Zoe who doesn't know a barrel from a trigger. Well, I've heard stranger things.
Good show.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Yeah. I figured you better pay me before I murder all your people by stealing your power. Whoops. I am going to give the power back to the city. It's nothing personal. I just think it's the better decision in the long term. Primal Nest. All right, let's go save the game, and then we're going to go to the geothermal plant. Actually, maybe now that our reputation is different, maybe she'll listen to me now. I'm not a corporate show to sell out. The corporation has our best interests at heart, okay? They know what's best for us even when we don't. You just don't know what you want. You think you know what you want, but you don't know what you want. Whoops. Bowler pistol. Uses energy. I could try that, see what it's like. Assault rifle. Wait a minute, that's a better assault rifle, isn't it? It's just a straight up better one. 215. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, let's go ahead and save the game. And we're going to go to the power plant. And at the power plant is where we make our big decision for this area. Which I've already made the decision. Deserters are not going to like it. No, the game isn't broken. It runs perfectly fine. It's not a perfect game. You know, there's just some AI silliness and stuff. But overall, I think it runs pretty good. Enemies respawn in this quite quickly. Guess he didn't see me?
Nice hit. Don't mess with him.
That was silly. Yeah, this is an energy weapon. It's a burst fire weapon. What? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Can't get out of there.
Try something else.
There's no like cover system. They just keep hitting you over and over and over again.
We're not getting through! Thank you! Hey!
Okay. She has a gun. It's just I don't trust her to attack. If she doesn't attack, they won't attack her back.
I'm coming. Everyone all right? Sure. On my way.
If you don't attack, if she never attacks, they won't attack her. And that keeps her alive because she has permadeath. If she dies, she's dead forever. And I'll never get her story mission and stuff. So she's just there for the, woo, you did it! Which you sometimes need a little, like, reassurance and stuff. You like a, good job, Dan. You're the best. Okay, my food's here. I'll be right back in a second. Whoops. Whoops. On Supernova difficulty, the only place you can fast travel to is your ship. And that's it. It's the only place you can save the game. Now that we're friendly, I'm going to try to talk to her and be like, hey, can you guys just leave now? Save me a lot of trouble. Thomas.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
What does that mean? I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well armed and don't look stricken with plague. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never till you start learning, I can give you a couple of pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
You mentioned 2 pads. What about the third?
I wish I knew. I wager the town had the full set once upon a time. Where the third's gone, I can't say.
But I wonder if I can use them myself to boost my own engineering. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Would you? I'd be grateful. What's on your mind?
You say you pretended to be an engineer. How'd you get away with it?
Luck, mostly. Nothing's needed serious repairing yet. Nothing's broken down that we can't just replace with something scavenged from the outskirts. Oh, I can swap out a water filter or charge up a battery and go on pretending I know what I'm doing, but the moment I'm asked to do any real engineering, I'm in trouble.
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go, mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
I should go. I think he's trying to tinker his way into her heart. And that's adorable. And slightly creepy. He's a creeper.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Hello, Adelaide.
Anything else I can do for you?
When we first talked, you assumed I'd come to live here.
I am getting old, you know. These two lamps of mine are not as bright as they once were. Or I might have seen you for what you are.
And what's that?
Remains to be seen. Might be the man that saves the Vale. Might be Reed's personal gun hand.
Save the Vale.
People around here lack the strength to effect change. Or they have the strength, but not the will. You seem to have both.
Why are you telling me all this?
A little prattling never hurt anyone, dear. You might even catch a little sense, if you listen close enough. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know that if you take our power away, you will have brought an end to our way of life.
Reed's making an offer in good faith. You should consider it.
If you think Reed does anything in good faith, then you are asking to be lied to.
You could continue your way of life back in town.
Not under Reed's watch. He and I would come to blows within a day, and he would never tolerate my tending to a garden. This is my home. It will be my home even if Reed cuts our power. Simple as that.
What is your true history?
That's because Reed was my boss. I was the cannery's one and only flavor specialist, you see. Remember that limited run of white chocolate saltuna?
Ew.
That was all me.
There's obviously more to it than that.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm guessing Reed has his own side of that story.
I could not possibly care less if he does. But you're surely welcome to ask him.
We've talked enough. Goodbye. Let me go talk to Reed about that. Because what if I can solve this little misunderstanding of theirs? And then they just be friends, and then everyone's happy.
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
Bullshit! Bullshit, she did! I freaking did. She's taking credit for what I did? Ooh, I don't like her. Defeat our hoes. While I'm here, might as well save, since it's a repeating thing. Let's head back over to town, and then we'll try to talk to him and see what he has to say about the subject. I'm not sure if it supports ultra-wide on Earth. Perfect time to go back and shoot her. Lady Crazy, you're out for blood, aren't you? Jeez.
We got them. Nice one.
Sorry! Sorry! I thought you were one of them. I'm sorry. You were in the same mask. You were in the same mask. I'm sorry. It's the exact same mask. It's not my fault. Alright, let's go back to town and figure out what the other half of this story is. So obviously, someone is not telling the whole truth. And nothing but the truth, so help them share.
Hey, Mr. Buddy. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking for work. At least we've got...
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
Let's go have a chat with him. I'm eating my food.
If you could see your way to getting us our power back, I'd appreciate it. Go ahead.
Have you taken a look around your town lately?
It is my job to keep 2 eyes on my town. I am the steward of this place, and this is my watch post.
How long have you worked here?
I'm trying to remember, 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. You stop counting altogether. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon to horizon. We were a sprawling town. We were booming. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's Choice will always be here. Our work won't ever end. I take comfort in that.
Your town is falling to pieces.
I wish you wouldn't say things like that.
You disagree?
Yes, as a matter of fact. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, here's what I see. I see decent, loyal, hard-working people. I see a family. We are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do.
You're loyal to Spacer's Choice.
This is a Spacer's Choice town. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. The company keeps us warm, keeps us fed, keeps us working. Loyalty's got nothing to do with it, friend. This is good old-fashioned gratitude. Go ahead.
What makes you think you can convince the deserters to come back?
That you are not one of us may work to your advantage. Adelaide and her folk loathe the people of Edgewater, you see. I admit the fault was mine. I'm about as diplomatic as a bristling canid. I just hope Adelaide and her folk will see their way past my flaws and return to town.
Sometimes people move on. It's the way of things.
Scripture tells us we all have our purpose in the world. Our work shows us that purpose. We should not have to move on from it. Yes, we have lost good workers to desertion. We have lost even more to plague. But it is why we must square our shoulders and carry on.
Wait a minute. Is there space? Is there like a space? God, what's the company game? What's the name of the company? Space something? Is what's the name of the company? Space. Blah, Space Force. No. Spacer's Choice. Thank you. I wonder if there's a Spacer's Choice branded religion that teaches them that you need to work. You and Adelaide have a personal history?
Losing Adelaide was the hardest. She was our only flavor specialist. When she walked away, I knew we were in trouble. Spacer's Choice Saltuna is renowned across the system for its quality flavors and additives. We used to sell citrus-flavored Saltuna in our heyday. Ever since Adelaide left, we have been reduced to selling unflavored and spearmint. Go ahead.
You seem pretty fixed on bringing Adelaide back to town.
Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Saltuna without flavor is like a cysty pig without tumors, borderline inedible.
What now? Don't you people eat anything other than Saltuna?
Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of Saltuna adds as much vim or vigor to the body's humors. But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by, what with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world.
Hang on, what are you canning here exactly?
Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, mostly local mushrooms. Some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. The difference is all but impossible to detect to any but the prissiest of palate.
Wait, you're selling Saltuna that isn't even Saltuna?
Go ahead.
Okay. We should have a word about this plague.
Can we not? Talking about unpleasant things always gets my bile up.
You withhold medicine from your own workers.
If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell sick, I would, but I don't. I can't save everyone. So I have to choose.
You let Adelaide's son die.
Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt on account of losing her child, but she is not the only one to have felt such suffering. I wish she had stayed with us. Adelaide left us when we needed her most.
How long has this plague been happening?
That I cannot say. There was no moment when the plagues began. Disease always lurks on the fringes of society, waiting to infect the idle and the lethargic. But in the last 10 years, the plagues have become progressively worse and increasingly frequent.
You should have developed an immunity after repeated exposure to a single strain of the contagion.
Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. And it is one we will see through to the end. Go ahead.
Goodbye. Well, I don't like this guy. But he's right. He's right. When you don't have enough medicine for everyone, you have to ration it. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. But he is obsessed with the company and company policy and stuff, and that makes him a little delusional.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Wilson? But yeah, he's giving them all this fake
Wish
tuna.
we had some better rations.
Hello, I have
Something to report?
I have fingers for you.
We pay by the finger. What do you have for me?
All right, let's see. I have it right here. Oh, and I have another one right there. Oh, how much is that worth?
Gil Antrim. Real name, Guillaume. Duly processed by a freelancer on behalf of Spacer's Choice. I remember him. He was just a kid last I saw him. Shame. I'll just need your signature here, 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 and here.
What the
Got any more fingers for me?
Yes, here's another.
Mabel Burgess. Age 37. Right or left-handed? Let's just say no longer applicable. I remember Doc Burgess. Conducted my physical every fiscal quarter. Guess she couldn't keep her hands off her patient's medicine. Still one outstanding bounty. If you've got a finger, I've got the paperwork.
There you go.
Here we are. Bertie Cotton. Cause of death. Let's just say overwhelming physical trauma. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get what we deserve in the end. Well, that's all three. I must remember to requisition some more fingerprint ink. Here's all the compensation you've earned, plus a bonus.
What's this? Junior Deputy Constable.
You've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulations.
Whoa! I'm a sheriff now? Hello. How did so many of your people end up marauders?
Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people.
Sounds like the marauders have been a problem for a while.
Ever since the company first settled the Vale. Life's good out here, but it ain't easy. Some folk can't keep pace with the demands of frontier life. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn marauder. None of them get my sympathy.
Marauders seem to like Adrenatime.
Everybody likes Adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed by Spacer's Choice. Much better than that crap anti-Cleo pedals. Sure, a little too much Adrenatime can bring out the violent animal in you, but if overdosing on Adrenatime turns you into a lunatic, you have only yourself to blame. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented and legally accounted for side effect of Adrenatime. What's on your mind?
Goodbye. Companions leveled up can be granted a new perk. Ooh. What perk can you give me, lady? Decreases the amount of threat this companion generates when attacking enemies, making them less likely to attack this companion. 30% more health. Let's do this, the sneaky ones so they don't attack her. We're going to make her... No, hopefully they'll attack her less.
Wish we had some better rations.
Give her range damage, it's Maki. Do you want to feel stupid? I'll make you feel real stupid. There we go. Just give her rain damage. ... I can't give her range damage until I spend a point on the first row. ... Pause 71. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. ... Let's see what's out. Oh, I level 2. Let's see. ... Let's see. Deal bonus damage with a sneak attack. ... Could go for speech check stuff. Could go for stealth to get stealth higher up there. That lower tinkering cost would actually be really nice too. Yeah, we're gonna pump up our science and tinkering and stuff. Although I do want to level up my guns. Oh, there's so many level up options. I want them all. It's so hard to pick just one. I'm gonna go for the speech check. Get that up there. Talking is important in this game. I gotta go for talking. We haven't chosen. Still gotta go to the power plant and deal with that whole situation. There has to be another exit out of town, and that exit will have some sort of.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you near me.
Other person needs to pay me. It looks like it's right over here. I actually like Fallout 76. Yeah, sure, it's not the best game ever.
When I was little, we
got a lot of problems,
every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
but I do enjoy it. Taste of freedom is Spacer's choice. Tell, buy the best. Sell my junk. That's actually a really good helmet. Has really high armor on it. To buy that. Let's put that on. Maker's choice. I am glad that Bethesda is finishing Fallout 76, though. I think the game will be more finished when they do add in the NPCs. It feels like they released half the game, and now the other half's coming out soon. Yeah. Like, oh, we're actually finishing it now. Huh. Now, I don't like having to pay $100 a year just to have a private server to have mods on. That seems really high priced.